Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Bobby here with Culture Ride Supply. Hope everyone's having a great day. Wanted to bring to you a how-to tutorial on how to topside sole. So before diving into learning and attempting doing a topside sole, I think some more basic skating fundamentals are really important that you have those down first. And in my opinion, what those look like is know how to skate forward really well, know how to skate backward really well, practice jumping onto benches and ledges and then off of them and making sure that your landing is super solid. That will actually help you if you happen to miss a grind, whether it's a topside or anything else, and being able to save yourself properly and rebound quickly if you do happen to miss or fall. Learn how to 180, how to 360. Same thing with those there as far as being able to rebound off a fall as well. Take the time to learn how to soul grind, how to Mizu, Makio, and I would even say Royale and Farfanugan. Those tend to be a little bit easier grinds to spot initially and learn how to do. For most people, of course, everyone's different, but I think learning those first and how to spot them and the muscle mind connection that comes with that will definitely help you learn the topside sole easier and quicker. You also want to make sure you have the proper skate set up. Make sure you have aggressive skates. If you need a pair, feel free to check us out at cultureridesupply.com. And if you have any questions on what skates are the right ones for you, I've actually personally test driven the majority of what we have at the shop. I like to do that so that I can give proper feedback. And my email is bobby@cultureridesupply.com. And again, that's culture with a K. Make sure you have properly stretched, and not just your lower body, but your entire body, your upper body and lower body. When we're jumping and, holding out grinds, it's not just our legs and our quads and our hamstrings that we're flexing and our calves, but also our upper body. I have actually had my upper body cramp up on me if I have skipped stretching. So make sure to spend, probably 5 to 10 minutes stretching, and then spend another 5 to 10 minutes just rolling around and jumping up and doing some stalls and things like that before you actually get into the grinds. That'll get your adrenaline going, your blood flowing, and those two things will actually help you focus more on what you're trying to do. Your adrenaline, whenever it kicks up, it puts you in the zone. So I do recommend doing that. Okay, so some of the last things that I think are really important is building a muscle memory connection. And to do that, what you do is just lots and lots of repetitions and stalls. If it takes you 100 stalls on a small ledge before you go actually try to grind it even with minimal speed, that's what it takes. So whatever you need to do there so that you feel comfortable. Another thing that has always been very helpful for me, and I think you'll hear a lot of the pros talk about this too, is visualize what you're doing. Sometimes I'll just lay in bed and it might take me 2 weeks of visualizing me doing a certain trick or grind before I'll actually go do it. And when I can really feel it, that's whenever I know that I'm ready. So keep that in mind. Of course, you got to push yourself and be willing to take falls, but at the same time, do take the time that you need to make sure you're totally prepared for it. Repetition and stalling and grinding a lot on smaller ledges and having that muscle mind memory connection will help you tremendously when it comes to doing not just topside soles but any trick. Certain grinds we can spot both of our feet really easy. Topside soles is one that's a little bit tougher to spot the topside foot, and so having that muscle mind memory connection from all the repetition will really help whenever it comes to locking it over and over and over and over and over again. So take the time to put in those reps and do what you need to there. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to do is do some basic warm-up grinds, and in addition, make sure to do your stretching and do some general rolling around, get that blood moving. From there, you're going to want to find a relatively low ledge and do some topside sole stalls. Then find a little bit bigger ledge and do some more. Then practice some stalls on the initial ledge that you're going to grind. Do a number of repetitions and try holding them for counts of 3 to 5 seconds. Also try doing the stall while coming off fakie. It'll help coming off forward even easier. The next thing you can do is jump on the ledge with your topside foot topside and your other foot rolling. This will help teach you how to jump on the obstacle instead of at it, which will ultimately help prevent slipping out and injury. From there, what you'll want to do is approach the obstacle with minimal speed. Even if you only slide a few inches at first, that's fine. And then gradually begin to pick up your speed more and more. Another very helpful technique is while you want to be over the ledge or the rail, you also want to make sure that you put your chest over your knees. That will help you stay topside, and make sure to bend your knees as well. And when it's all dialed in and done and said, it should look something like that. And like this. Here's a better angle of how you initially jump over the ledge, but as you lock in, you put your chest over your knees, and that'll help you go super topside. Okay, so moving along to rails. It would be best to start on a small practice rail like this, just in case you miss. The injuries are typically, and the falls aren't going to be too bad. Practice stalling it a few times, or as many times as you need to. And also try to come off on the same side that you jumped off on, just like this, and keep those chest over the knees. You'll notice here that I come off on the opposite side that I jumped on. This is referred to as lava. It is a safer way of doing rails. However, it's not exactly the way you're supposed to do it. Practice jumping off the same side of the rail that you jumped on. That's the proper way to do it. And when you're ready, go for it. Now from there, a PVC grind box is really the next best route to go before you do a bigger rail. It's just a little bit safer, but it still has the same feel as the rail. So practice that a few times. That'll be very helpful. It might also make sense to do a little bit bigger ledges too, and some bigger P-rails. Here is a little bit bigger P-rail that's getting closer to a handrail. If you have something like this available, it's a great option before you hit a handrail. Here's another A-frame practice rail. Something like this can be helpful as well before going to a handrail. If you can find some down-kinked ledges like this would also be helpful. Also practice them on quarters. Those are less scary and less injury prone to handrails as well. Just make sure you're comfortable on a variety of obstacles before taking it to a handrail. And here is why: the falls can suck. But that's part of the game, and you got to get back up and lace it. So much fun, no better feeling. I hope you guys learned something from this and are able to use some of these strategies. Remember, lots of repetition, stretch, and when you're ready, lace them and even throw in some switch-ups. Have a great day, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe.